Hello, it's me, and time for another unboxing. This is again by Raphael Giulini, who is the hexagonal dipyramidal master. Now, I have been rightfully accused before of taking longer to unbox than to actually solve, so I'm going to speed this one along. Look how fast this is. Look at how fast. So, what do we have here? Is it another HD? I don't think so. I think we've got as much of those as I think we can possibly get. And just so this doesn't take too long, abracadabra. Alright, and that's sped it along there. So what we have here, it appears to be a 3 by 2 derivative. And what this is this is a Fisher cube. This is actually a Fisher cuboid, a 3 by 3 by 2. There he is, his little insignia over there. And yeah. So there you have it. I've kind of been getting into the 3 by 3 by 2 versions of things, but it has a very similar movement. It looks like, okay, yeah, this is a solid state. Interesting color scheme. That's not the usual Fisher type color scheme, but it does lend something of a challenge, and it moves the same way. So this will be an interesting one. Thanks for watching. Hello, it's me, and it's time for another, what, Noah? Unboxing. This is from, who's this from? This is from Adam Cowan, and to be honest with you, Noah, I don't know what this is. I don't remember. I ordered so many at one time that I cannot keep track, but Adam Cowan, now this is the gentleman, I believe, who made a lot of interesting puzzles, such as, I believe, the Ghost Cube, maybe. I don't know.
Dad?
Yeah.
You know how you order all these cubes?
Yeah.
And remember you said you're gonna stop buying cubes, but you never.
But I never do. I never do. I might as well stop saying things that I just can't hold to. That I just can't. Aha! Oh ho! What is this? Oh, it's a little card here. Adam Cowan. So that's who this is. That's who this is. This is.
Is that an egg cube or something?
It is an egg cube, but we've seen something like this before. But this isn't what you think it is. This is what's called an egg morph.
What's an egg morph?
An egg morph is, well, a morph egg rather. What it is the previous, here, I'll show you.
Okay.
Well, this is the, what's called a Fisher egg. Invented and put together by Tony Fisher, brilliant designer and modder. This is what I would call like a definite shape mod. So this is an egg too. Yeah.
Like this is the mini version of.
It looks like a mini version, but it's actually different. This is a 3 by 3 version, kind of like this is. See this apple? Apple a day. This is the stand. Very cool. It actually comes with a stand. But anyway, although this looks like this is a very different kind of a puzzle because this is a 3 by 3. And this is what's called a skewb type mechanism. And it's solved very differently, very different strategies, but the end result is what's called parallel evolution. You know what parallel evolution is? It's kind of like birds and bats. They both evolved wings, but completely separately from each other, and yet they look kind of alike when you see them. So, alright, this will be interesting. I hear that this is a challenge. This is signed here, too. Well, Mr. Adam Cowan, thank you so much. More on this one later. This one should be something of a challenge. Alright. Hello, it's me, and time for another exciting, world-famous unboxing. Now, this comes from Vietnam, so you know if it's from Vietnam, it's got to be another really interesting handmade puzzle slash modification. So I'm going to go through the process of risking, once again, life and limb to open this. And I think I can truly say that I don't really know what this is, because there were a couple of puzzles that I got at about the same time. So this will be as much a surprise to me as it is to you all, although I do have some theories as to what this is. Let's see if my unboxing technique has actually improved over the past few times, and I can see that they've not. So, but I have less injury to myself. Okay, now for the official unboxing. Okay, there's a couple puzzles here, a couple things, a bunch of stands. Look at that. All right, why not? Why not? Okay, here we have Well, let's see. Let's see what's hiding in here. Try to do this without taking off any vital organs, anything that I might need to use at a future time in my life. Before doing unboxings, I actually had 6 fingers, but you'd never know it now. Alright, we're getting to it, and aha! Now I know what this is. Now I remember what this is. Okay, first part of the puzzle is to get that through. So, this is a rhombic dodecahedron, one of the more interesting and difficult mods to solve, I think. But anyway, here's one layer over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So this is a 5-layer rhombic dodecahedron. It's a 5-layer mod. You can see that these are the centers here. This joins the ranks of the 4-layer rhombic dodecahedron. This one is mass-produced. This one is not. This one is custom-made over here and moves just the same way. If this is the side here, and these are the centers, this is the side, and this is the side here, and these are the centers over here. So the solve is pretty much the same, but this helps complete my series here of rhombic dodecahedrons. Here's the 3x3 version, 4x4 version, and 5x5 versions. Now the interesting thing about this is unusual among mods because it does not shapeshift. It doesn't shapeshift because of the, just based on how the shape is here, this rhombic portion of it doesn't shapeshift. So I'm going to kind of work through it, get a little comfortable with the motion, and see what I can do about solving this. The 4-layer rhombic dodecahedron is something I get frequent questions on for confirmation, so my hope is that this will be an interesting one to solve. So what else do we have? There's more. Aha. So you can already see by the look of this what this probably is. Now you know that I like mods, and you know as a collector I like things to be in series. It helps increase the aesthetics of it, and I like to build on one challenge versus another, so I'm just going to accelerate this a little bit. Alright, so this has a very ghostly appearance to it. You've seen the ghost cube, and if I'm going to get a ghost cube, that's a 3-layer version, and you've seen me with a 4-layer. This is the 5-layer version. So here's the 3-layer version, here's the 4-layer version, in the process of being scrambled and solved actually, and this is the 5-layer version. And this promises to be challenging as well. Now the interesting thing about this is, once again, we've retained one side with all the centers over here, pattern after this, but each layer is offset from its center. So here's a center, here's a center. So all these are in over here, and then once I line them up, I can think about moving them. So like I say, there's going to be something of a learning curve here regarding how to move this, but as long as I remember to keep things oriented appropriately, corners are where corners are supposed to be, sides are where sides are supposed to be, then I can think about turning it. Right now I'm still lining up edges, so just the process of getting motions with this, I mean the movement is actually very smooth here, I can tell. But there is going to be something of a learning curve in terms of how to move this sucker. Once I figure out how to move it, there we go. So here's another move here, and I don't really want to scramble it as of yet, but you can see how this can become a jumbled mess. 5-layer version, expanding on the concept of the ghost cube. Scary puzzle. So it will take its place in the annals of ghostliness. Anyway, there you have it for this portion of the unboxing. Thanks for watching. Hello, it's me, And?
Noah.
That's right, Noah. And we have another is this an unbagging of some sort? Oh, okay. I think I have an idea what this is. This is from Raphael Giuliani from HD hexagonal dipyramidal fame.
Dad.
Yeah.
Are these all boys you get the cubes from?
Are these all boys I get? Yes, they are all boys I get the cubes from.
Oh.
That doesn't mean that girls can't do it. And I would welcome any girl out there who wants to try to do so. Why do you ask?
I'm just wondering, because I'm wondering who you get all these cubes from.
Oh, yeah. Various people, various times. Anyway, this one, I think, one thing that Raphael does very well is continuing a series of puzzles. He has like a plan, and that plan, oh, wow, one within one. He doesn't just make one puzzle, he likes to make a series, which to collectors like me, that's very appealing. And he has a theme that goes through his series as well. So this is going to be somewhat like a previous puzzle. That's very funny. It's a bag in a bag in a bag, so it's a puzzle and a puzzle and a puzzle. I think he knows how difficult it is for me to get these open, so he's maximizing. And what we have here is none other than more bags and stuff.
Really?
No, actually it's a box, but it's like an official box that you find from a mainstream puzzle. That's Cube for You. It's in a 3x3x4 bag, or a box rather, which means it might be a 3x3x4 type mod. And it is. Okay, this I've been looking forward to. You know what this is? What this is a modification of something called a Fisher cube. Now this is the next in line with a series with this. And this is a 3x3x2 Fisher cube which turns along the axis like this. And he did something pretty brilliant with a sticker conformation to add the challenge. Well, this is the same thing, but this is a 3x3x4 version. So you can see that it turns like this, but it also does Fisher turns, which is very unique. Now, it's a cuboid modification, so it appears to, of course, not shapeshift. I very much look forward to the next one in the series, but this will be another interesting addition to this. So, I'll be going through this, kind of analyze this, see if I can solve it, and see what differences that come from that. So, very fascinating modification, interesting color scheme. All right. Okay, some more unboxing fun here. This one comes from Miguel Manidro Rico. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. All the way from Spain. I haven't seen me get a lot of puzzles from this guy before, but he had a neat idea that I wanted to enjoy. I'm on to the next one.
I'm curious what your puzzle is this time.
Yes, so am I. Well, this one comes from Spain. All the way from Spain. So we'll see how this works here. Yep, we got more of these. These
How
are
many?
two, which means maybe we've got two different types of puzzles. Now, you have seen this before. This one you've seen before, right?
That's a 2x2.
It's a 2x2, but it's what's called a it's a cross 2x2. Now you know that I have one of these. I have this, so why would I get another one? Well, this cross 2x2. Let me see if I can plunk it out of here. This cross 2x2 is actually exactly what you expect, where you've got this part, it moves like a 2x2, but this is actually a spare piece. This is a spare part, because there's another cross 2x2 that was used for this particular modification. So now this next modification is something that came from this, and I thought it was very clever, very well done. And it's this.
Wow.
Yes, what he did is he very brilliantly took, I think, two of these and created this guy. Now what this is this is a 2x2. The movement is absolutely fantastic, but it's also a cross cube instead of just with these things here it's a little hard to move. He put these guys on, and this took a lot of modification, but you can see that these guys move here too. I'm just going to break it in a little bit, but you can see that this moves nicely over here. This moves nicely over here. So basically this turns very well over here. And this borrows on that same concept, so it adds to the challenge a little bit. So I've been actually looking for this, and know what, we're in the process of making a 3x3 version of this using one of those super cubes. Anyway, I just thought it was a brilliant idea of a cross cube that has extended layers on the top, very similar to the volcano cube, or volcano pyraminx rather. Got to make sure that it's lined up pretty well. So Miguel, good job. This turned out very well, I think. I'm interested to see what new and interesting solutions will come out of this once I scramble it. So, thanks for watching. Hello, it's me and
Noah.
And
Jessica.
That's right, teamed up together for the first time actually. Now for every unboxing I like to have a final performance, something that really kind of captivates, something that really builds to the end. So we have what promises to be the starring attraction, as it were. And I'm going to slowly dissect through. Now this comes all the way from Taiwan. Packaged really well, been waiting for this for a little while. And I'm going to go through the process of slowly but surely, hopefully injury-free, opening this up. I have to go through various layers. We're just about through. We'll see. This is a big one. It's some kind of puzzle, I think. That's my suspicion. Okay, you guys ready? This is the starring attraction. This is the one we've been all waiting for. I'm going to put this out until I have to use it again.
I love Rubik's Cube.
You do? Oh my gosh, it's a giant. It's a giant.
What is it?
It is. Oh my gosh. This is from Trefim. This is another world record of sorts. This is an 8-layer.
An 8x8?
Well, it came from an 8x8. This is actually an 8-layer megamorphics. Same layer.
I thought there is no 8x8.
There is actually. So basically this is what's called the octophobic. You can see Trefim puzzles over here. This is the highest of its, it turns incredibly well. This is an 8-layer megamorphics, or not megamorphics, 8-layer master pyromorphics, or 8-layer version of a megamorphics. The turning is absolutely incredible. Trefim does an excellent job of doing these handmade puzzles.
Hot paper.
And you can do that. So this basically takes a seat, and I'm going to kind of work with the motion. This is a shapeshifter.
Did you notice that there's some spots that have 2 different colors?
Yes, exactly. Those are the centers. That's what makes it challenging. Yeah.
The guys who are watching it, they're curious about it.
Yes, they are. They are curious about it. And here, okay. So basically, this takes its place. This is the 3-layer version.
The
right over here.
Version.
This is the 4-layer, not the second, but the 4-layer. This is the 5-layer version. This is the 6-layer, or the hexaphobic. This is the 7-layer version. And now taking its seat in front is this massive, well, let me put this in here. That's what I'm trying to do here, put it in order. Now I know why I only work with one of you guys at a time. Anyway, so this is a 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you can't really see that. 7.
And 8.
Let me see if I can get all that in the entire family portrait. This is for the cameras, guys. And this is the 8-layer version, the massive 8-layer version. Let me just show a comparison between the 7 and the 8. You can see that this is like a quantum leap. It kind of still has that Rouleau shape to it. 7-layer here. Now the movement of all of these is incredible and is fantastic. This was made by the current 8x8 that's out there. So there you have it. All of the megamorphics. I'll be coming back at this and of course demonstrating it because it's an 8-layer. It has all the parodies that come with it. So there you have it, which may be the highest megamorphics in existence for now, until Trefim gets his hands on a 9x9, I suppose, or 11x11. All right, take center stage there. And everybody, thanks for watching.